right over here is where I'm going. No, I'm not. And this is how it's been. Okay, so I'm not sure how this video is going to go, but I've had several people ask me for one, so here it is. Y'all know this is my 16th season in lawn care. This is my 4th season doing it full time, and the month of July is probably the most screwed up month I've experienced since I've been doing this. At the 1st of July, the yards were so burnt up that if you mowed them one more time, there's a chance that they wouldn't even recover. Of course they would recover, but you know what I mean. It would have, if you mowed them, it may be a month before you mow them again. So anyway, we had some family issues going on. I told my wife, I said, if we're going to go, next week is the perfect time to go, because I'd say everybody on my route is going to skip. So we went out of town for a family issue, and come back in town to rain. The family issue got worse, had to go back out of town for a few days, came back to rain and rain and rain. Now you can see it's clearing up, but I know the front's coming in this way, so I ran to the west end of town to get some yards done. That's literally a wash, so I'm going to go back out to my end of town and see if I can knock some out. I want to show y'all what the grass is doing. For those of you locally, y'all know what the grass is doing. Yards that I literally mowed 7 days ago are already almost foot tall. I'll show you my backyard. It's ridiculous, and I mowed it last Saturday. So anyway, this has just been the perfect storm for a solo guy. I had some help at the beginning of the season, and so I kept taking on more yards and taking on more yards, and now there's no help, and I've still got all the yards, and with all this rain, it's just impossible. I mean, I hate to be a negative person or a defeatist, but at this point, I've just got to come to the realization there is no way that I can do as many yards as I have with this much rain and as tall as they are, and ever get caught back up solo. I mean, I just don't see it happening. I've thought every way possible. So as y'all know, I've spent the past couple years setting my trailer up, there's the rain again, to where I could accommodate a crew. One person does not need 4 weed eaters, string trimmers, whatever y'all want to call them, but I've got 4 back there, because even whenever I'm solo, I'll have help from time to time, so I wanted to have it. So I've set my route density, my customer base, and my trailer and everything up for a crew. And I was kind of going by that adage, like Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. Well, I built it, they ain't coming. And I'm not throwing in the towel on lawn care, although if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I did a post last night. I did a post last night that I've thought about saying screw it, selling off the business, selling off all the customers I've got, selling the trailer, and just going back to a normal job. I've entertained that thought for a couple of weeks now. And last night I was reaching out to some other guys in lawn care in Echo Means Business, UAG, and I got some really positive reinforcement from them. And I'm not going to say any names, but everybody this year for some reason has entertained the thought, because it's just gotten so crazy. I mean, you're looking at diesel fuel. Oh, if you hear them talk, it's down 85 cents. It's still $5 a gallon. I mean, for Christ's sake, I paid $5.09 for non-ethanol, so it's cutting into the profit margin big time. It's not like years past. You $2 a gallon gas, and then you go out and mow a $50 yard. No, we've had to restructure everything. So it was good to hear, not good to hear that other people were entertaining the same thoughts that I was. But it was also good to hear, don't give up, don't quit this. So I'm going to try and get y'all some footage. I doubt I'll be able to. If I can't, I'll just roll this into a couple day video and make it one. But it was good to hear the positive reinforcement. Don't give up. So I'm kind of going to give away the title of the video, Giving Up on the Dream. I'm giving up for now on the dream of a crew, and maybe being able to run do landscape and having a crew to run do lawn mowing. I'm giving up on it. But I'm not giving up on lawn care. I'm just going to restructure my business to accommodate me, to what I can realistically do in a week by myself and not count on anybody else. Just, this is how many I can do. These are the yards I'm going to do, and I'm just going to stick to that, because I can't keep waking up every morning 7:15 and my phone is full of messages. It needs a bush hog. Should I go buy some goats? All the normal comments. So I can't keep doing that. It's not fair to the customers. It's not fair to me. So I've got to restructure, and we'll see what happens. But a restructuring is definitely in the future, just to be fair to myself and to the customers. So I'm throwing in the towel on that temporarily, because I don't ever want to say permanently I'm not going to do this, because one day maybe. So that's the crux of it all. And y'all, I'm loving this Echo Means Business, the user advisory group. I'm so proud to be a part of it. I'm so honored that Echo asked me to do that. I mean, for them to consider me a UAG Pro, I mean, that's very flattering. I've told a few of y'all that's asked where the videos are. I have a couple up on Echo Means Business, and some other great guys. I can't name them all. James Shields, Tino, Scott, I'll forget all of them. Stewada, Lawn Care, the list goes on. Just go on there and check out Echo Means Business. It's well worth it. There's some great info, great videos and stuff. Yes, this is a plug, but y'all know I don't plug stuff unless I believe in it and think it's great. I tell y'all when I think stuff is crap, and I tell you when I think it's great. And I personally think Echo Means Business has some great content. The name makes you think that it's all Echo. It's not. Spartan Tree down in Crossville did a post. He's in the group, and he was using a steel chainsaw. So don't think it's just all Echo. So go check that out. And that's the situation I'm in. That was the perfect storm. Some family emergencies bring me out of town twice in a month, and then coming back to nothing but rain. It's an overwhelming feeling whenever you're by yourself, because you don't have anybody else that you can count on for some help. And there's days I'm just like, just some help, or a mower or a yard that I don't have to double, triple cut it. That hasn't happened in the past 2 weeks. Every single yard, double, sometimes triple cut. And don't start hollering gator blades and all that stuff. For those that are local, you know what I'm talking about. The grass is growing like mad. So, guys, I appreciate so much the interest and care of where you at, what's going on. Are you putting out videos? Thank you so much. I didn't really know I had that much of an impact. So it's great to hear, and I appreciate it. So I'm almost back home now. I think I've rambled for about 10 minutes, and I'm gonna give y'all a peek at what yards are looking like. Okay, let me talk to y'all. Like I hadn't talked to you enough. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Y'all are very familiar with this, except I picked up that one over there, not Chris, but that one over there. This is my street. Anyway, this is a huge neighborhood. This road that I'm standing on is about 2 miles long. You go to the end of it that way and make a left, and you'll T-bone Fort Henry Drive, which is a main artery in Kingsport. Everybody goes up and down through there. Well, from here to that red light out there on Fort Henry Drive, I have 28 customers. Now, these roads give you access, I think, years ago it was 9,000 people. I think it's more like 12,000 now. So that's a ton of households. In this subdivision, the house behind this house, see that tree line on the other side of that is a whole nother subdivision. It's called Morning Dove Estates. This is called Quail Creek Estates, but it's all interconnected by these side roads. You can get to all of it. So I just call it one big neighborhood, even though it's smaller neighborhoods in a big neighborhood. This is an older section. Morning Dove Estates is a newer section. So whenever I was telling you I'm changing things up, it's actually the way I'm approaching it. Used to, these yards around me, I would save them for last because they were right here at the house, and I'm like, I'll get to them later, I'll get to them later. And then I'd pull up and they would be a foot tall, and I'm like, so part of my rethinking things is get these around the house. And the ones that are 15 miles away, they're probably not that, 15 minutes away, worry about those later. Take care of the customers, that the 28 that are less than 1.5 miles from your house. Service them, because whenever days like this, like y'all saw it pouring down rain, now it's like this, days like this, you've got them to go take care of. So that's part of the way I'm restructuring my logic. So tell me what y'all think about that. Anyway, I was telling y'all how much it had grown in a week. That was last Saturday. Look, that patch right there, I would say is approaching, let's see. Pretty tall. So I'm gonna get mowing because I think it's gonna rain again, but I'm gonna get these around the house so I can at least say I got something today, okay? So I guess the perfect storm ended up being having to miss
be out of town 12 days in the month of July, which is never good unless it's one of those years where it's just dry as a bone, which this year July started out that way. It didn't end up that way. So you got to be out of town for 12 days, and then you come back and couple it with almost 2 full weeks of nonstop rain. I mean, it just creates a situation that a solo operator finds it really hard to come back from. And it's just been the anxiety, the waking up every morning with messages where you at and all that stuff. It just gives you a real defeatist attitude, which I'm trying to overcome. But today I took a nothing and turned it into something, managed to get some yards done and whatnot. So pulled the plug on it a few minutes ago, and going to go out tomorrow Sunday and try and see what I can get then. Of course, they're calling for rain on that also. But I'm going to start putting out some more videos. I've been in this funk because of everything I've just outlaid in this video, and hadn't really been concentrating on YouTube. I've just been trying to fulfill my agreements with Echo Means Business and that sort of thing, and get as much mowing as I can, and then the family obligations. So I want to put out more videos. Thank you guys so much for asking for them, and I'll do my best to get some out here in the coming weeks, maybe a couple this week, just to show y'all what I've been facing and everything, and the mountains got to overcome. But all y'all are in the same boat. I understand that. Sometimes I just bit off more than I could chew this year, and was kind of counting on getting help, and that didn't pan out. So now I've got to switch gears, switch focus, and look at a different game plan. So I'll keep y'all up to date on that. But again, thanks for watching, thanks for asking, thanks for the comments and concerns and everything. Go check out Echo Means Business. Follow me on Facebook, especially Instagram, because that's where I do most of my stuff is on Instagram. And if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do that. I'm up to like 2,388 subscribers. I don't know how, but thanks to each and every one of y'all. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back with you guys soon, I hope. Have a good one.